Hey friends, happy Sunday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I really, really hope blesses you. So in 1 John 3, starting in verses 16 through 18, John said, this is how we know what love is, that Jesus Christ laid down his love for us. And he goes on to say that we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. And then he asked this question. He said, if someone has material possessions and they see a brother or sister in need, and yet they have no pity or compassion on them, how do we know that the love of God is in that person? Isn't that a wonderful question? But he follows it up with this. He said, dear children, let us not just love in word and speech. Let us love in action and in truth. Guys, I love this. What he's saying is that the love of God, we should love God so much that it spills over into the love for our brothers and sisters, and it spurs us to action, that we just don't sit around and say we see someone in need and we sit and pray for that person. Yes, we're supposed to pray for that person, but let us act. What that looks like in real life, guys, I just love this. So yesterday, if you know Bobby Martin, you know she's a spitfire. I just love her. I've had the blessing of serving with her in ministry for about a decade or more, and I just love her grit and I love her love for the Lord. So a couple weeks ago, she sent me a message. If you guys don't know, I'm a certified running coach, and she said, hey, Melissa, the Lord laid this on my heart. There was a 30-year-old friend of her daughter's. She was diagnosed with leukemia, and because of this leukemia, if she wants to get pregnant, if she ever wants to have children, she just got married, she's going to require fertility treatments, and fertility treatments are very costly. So this really stirred Bobby to action. She wanted to help. So she prayed on it. The Lord laid it on her heart to walk the whole Frisco Trail. It's 35 miles from Bolivar to Springfield, right? Bobby's done one marathon, and that's been a long time ago, and she knew this was not going to be easy. So she asked me the first question, Melissa, is this possible? And I said, absolutely. With God, all things are possible, Bobby. So I kind of coached her, told her what to do. She's put in 16-mile training runs, 18-mile training walks, 20-mile training walks. And let me tell you something, guys. It's one thing to run these miles, and it's hard to run these miles. It's even harder to walk them because you spend so much time on your feet. This is a sacrifice of epic proportion, and I just love this. But what I love about this, guys, is a lot of us don't have the material possessions. You know, if Bobby could have written a check, if she had all the money in the world and she could have just written a check, you can bet that she did. But she didn't have those material possessions. But what she did, she had her time and she had her talents, and she sacrificed those, guys. And so did a lot of people. There were a lot of her girlfriends that drove all the way from Waynesville to walk it with her. There was one girl that had only done 3 miles in her whole life. She walked 8 miles with Bobby. Lots of people sacrificed their time. And Bobby didn't just sacrifice her time yesterday. It was all those training walks, hours and hours and hours. And I just love this. But I'm going to get to the point here. I was looking at her page this morning, and Dan, the father of the girl that Bobby did this with, he nailed it. He said, Bobby should be applauded. He said, that girl should be applauded. She gave up her whole Saturday for my daughter. Guys, this is how we show the love of God to others. And this is how we inspire a world to seek the one who inspires such action, who inspires us to love, not just in speech, but in action. So guys, let me remind you, not all of us will have those material possessions where we can just write a check and help someone in need, but we all have time and we all have talents. And so we lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters 1 hour at a time, 2 hours at a time, 3 hours at a time. We go to prayer and we said, Lord, what can we do? What can I do for this person? Look around, guys. There's opportunities every single day for us to be the hands and feet of Jesus and to show this love, this great love, this love that is so great that it will inspire Jesus to lay down his life for us and us to lay down our lives for others. So guys, I hope that blesses you. And don't forget, this is Memorial Day weekend, and no greater love has anyone ever seen than the American soldier who laid down his life so that we could have the freedom that we have in the United States today. Don't ever take it for granted. Make sure that you honor them. Give them the honor that is due. So guys, I really hope that blesses you. Look for opportunities to lay down your life for your brother or sister 1 hour at a time. Guys, it's going to be a great day.